best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, we are getting closer to Giants opening kickoff. A couple more days away. We got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then finally on Monday we kick off against the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Let's talk about injury reports, Joe Judge, special teams, a couple other things. Okay, Joe Judge restarted practice yesterday because he thought the team did not look sharp during individual drills and warm-ups. And even Blake Martinez came out and said this is the first time he's ever seen this in the 4 years in the NFL. Saquon Barkley came out and said, you know what, this is so great. This is awesome. I think this is fantastic for the Giants. It's just what we need. All right, I'm going to tell you something right now, and I don't care if you like it or you don't like it. And I didn't look on YouTube because I can guarantee, or Twitter or anything else, or Instagram, because I can guarantee everyone's out there going, oh, this is so great. Joe Judge is being a hard ass. He's teaching these young Giants how to play tough. I got to tell you one thing. This better work. The Giants better play well against the Steelers. I'm not saying they need to win. I'm saying they need to play well and play hard and play competitive. Because if they don't, if they flounder, if they come out flat, if they come out to the point where they look like they give up, or if they play like they played the last 3 years, Joe Judge is going to get destroyed. And he is going to get destroyed in the media. He's going to get destroyed by the fans. He is going to get destroyed by everybody. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be himself and do these things. I am just saying he needs to be careful. You are 30-something years old. This is your first shot at coaching an NFL team. You were only a special teams coordinator. If you do not err somewhat on a side of caution with beating up your team too much, you could quickly and easily lose the locker room, and you can lose the veterans, which then in turn you will lose the rookies and the first and second year guys, and that's going to be the end of your career. Now, I'm not saying if the Giants came out with a lackadaisical practice that he shouldn't restart practice, but if you're restarting practice 25 minutes in after warm-ups and some individual drills, I think you're trying to make more of a statement. I don't think you are trying to betterment the team. I think you're trying to make a statement with the team that if you don't perform up to his expectations, that you're going to go back and do it again. Now, like I said, this is going to work for a short period of time, and then I would like people to show me where this has worked for an extended period of time. Even Parcells, Coughlin, Belichick have all adjusted their coaching philosophies. Hell, even Vince Lombardi said magic still lingers in the name. Spatules in the ice, no snow. He even wore his welcome out in Green Bay. I mean, he was in charge of Green Bay, and he just kind of flamed out. You know, his players were upset that he left, but he also left because of the fact that he was just kind of not getting through the team anymore. You know, and that's what happens because your message lasts so long. You know, same with like people like Chuck Noll. Same with people like the hot Tom Landry. You just reach a point in success that your message no longer resonates with the team. Now, these coaches that I mentioned before have had extended careers because of the fact that they did make adjustments during their careers. But like I said, Joe Judge is walking a fine line. And I'm not saying he's not the right coach. I'm not saying he's the wrong coach. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong. I'm not saying any of that. But I am saying that if you come out flat and we do not perform well against Pittsburgh at home, that there is going to be a backlash. And there will be a backlash. Like I said, we saw it with Saquon Barkley after his performance against the Jets. You can see Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, well, you got to get rid of Barkley. He was a waste of a second overall pick. I knew it. I knew we should have went with one of the quarterbacks. I knew we should have picked Sam Darnold. Yeah, look how well the Jets are doing. So all I'm saying is we need to, and I've said this before, and I said this in my comments, if we win against Pittsburgh, we need to understand that it is one game. And if we lose against Pittsburgh, we need to understand it's one game. But I am telling you that Joe Judge will be bashed. Let's say the Giants get blown out 35-17. He is going to get reamed in the press and on social media for doing what he's doing. All these people that were huge fans of the Joe Judge, I'm a hard ass. I am the stereotypical Hollywood coach. They're going to kill him. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I'm just telling you, he needs to walk that line or it's going to get ugly. And like I said, if we go 0-6, 0-5, or even 1-5 or 1-4, it's going to get ugly quick. Because what he's doing is going to wear extremely thin with the media, with the fans, and with the team. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not saying he's the wrong coach for the team. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying from a historical philosophy, if you look at this, there's many coaches that have tried to be what Joe Judge is doing. Many coaches. And there are many coaches who have failed. There are some who have had short-term success and then changed their philosophy. Hell, Tom Coughlin. We've said this before. If you're not 10 minutes early, you're 5 minutes late to a meeting. Strahan in 2007 almost didn't come back to the team. He stayed, if you remember, he stayed on the beach till the end of training camp because he didn't want to deal with Coughlin. He didn't want to deal with the totalitarian rules of Coughlin. He went to Coughlin and said, you know what, you need to lighten up because these guys are professionals. And once he did that, the team gelled and we went to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but I'm just using that as a giant example. I mean, I could give other examples from other teams, but people usually don't care about when I give history lessons. So, one other thing that kind of caught my eye is they had a article in the paper about how if you don't want to play special teams on the Giants, you need to remember there were Giant greats that played special teams. So you don't want to play special teams, and I love what the coach, our special teams coordinator, came up and said, if you're looking through the history of the organization and where Judge was raised, Bill Belichick coached special teams here, and on the punt team there was a guy named Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor was played special teams for the Giants during his rookie season. He didn't star on special teams. There were times and places that Lawrence Taylor did play special teams throughout his career, but those were usually in big games, playoff games, and when they needed a stop. He was not known for his special teams performances. Yes, he did play special teams quite extensively in his rookie season, but he did not play special teams throughout the career. And the way they're making it sound is if a guy named Lawrence Taylor, who's arguably the greatest football player of all time, at least on the defensive side, can play on special teams, I don't see it being. It's part of playing the game. It's part of winning. You want to have your best foot forward on every phase. Yeah, you also don't want to get your star players wrecked on special teams. I mean, some of the, and I love it because the drones eat it up. Oh yeah, we should put Blake Martinez and Dalvin Tomlinson, and maybe we should throw Saquon Barkley out on special teams. Oh yeah, and then when one of them tears an ACL or rips an Achilles, then they're gonna be like, why was it on special teams? Why did they do that? Okay, Lawrence Taylor, yes, for clarification, did play special teams with Bill Belichick in the early 80s. Yes, he did. But that was during his rookie season, and he did play sparingly on special teams at times when they needed him to. He was not a special teams stalwart for years. He did not play special teams extensively. Now, if you want to talk about the fact that Carl Banks played a lot of special teams early in his career and in other parts of his career, you can say that. But do not use Lawrence Taylor as an example as a player that played special teams. He played in special teams out of necessity. Odell Beckham returned punts for the Giants out of necessity, not because he was going to be a special team stalwart. I don't know. Like I said, this better work. If this does not work, we are going to get set back like another 5 years. And that's all I'm saying. People are going to be like, you're so negative. Your negativity is showing again. I can't believe how negative you are. I'm not being negative. I'm being honest. I'm being honest for a guy that's watched football since 1976. Actually, a little earlier than that, but I can remember most of the games in the 70s. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I've seen it all. I've seen the 70s. I've seen the 80s. I've seen the 90s. I've seen the early 2000s. I've seen where we are now. So I've seen what's going on here. I've seen this happen and not happen. So we kind of just have to focus. And like I said, we have to hope for the judge and for his staff and for everyone else that whatever they're doing works out the right way, or this is going to get ugly quick. In reference to injuries for Monday, the Giants are kind of very limited. Let's see. Linebacker Marcus Golden was listed as did not participate on Thursday because of an illness. Adrian Colbert had an illness. Trey Crowder had a hamstring. Golden Tate still nursing a hamstring. And Tola Ola also has a hamstring. The most notable name on the list, of course, is Tate. He is day-to-day. He's been suffering with this hamstring since August. That is something we do need to keep an eye on, only because of the fact that you never know with hamstrings. But he did return to practice on Wednesday and continue to practice through Thursday, so that was kind of a good indication that we may be all right there. But we do need to be careful with this and kind of see where we are once kickoff is. We also need to check on the weather. Hopefully we have a nice humid evening. Let's hope that we get an Indian summer day, and it's going to be a nice late humid evening in the September. So maybe that usually helps hamstring issues. If you've ever had a hamstring issue, you know the warmer weather does help keep it loose. Like I said, and like I said, I am not bashing the judge. I'm just saying it better work. Because if his philosophy does not work, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. That's all I'm going to say. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. If you want, drop us a note and just email us at onlinebigbblue@gmail.com. Or, of course, you can follow us on Twitter at onlinebigbblue1 on Twitter. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you can subscribe, if you can ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.